Day 47. How you doing, little thing? It's been so long I've even forgotten if I even gave you a name. Not that it even matters. I have a chockey just a stretch away, as well as delicious supplies to restock on. See this couch? Never mind. What are you doing up here?
Bye.
Look at this! The floating house! Mid-Israel! Just as I clicked the record button, which I have as the minus key on the keypad area of the keyboard to capture the transition into night 47, I had knocked my mouse and almost died of not the potential fall damage I had to endure, but the sudden heart-stopping moment that instantly followed. Lucky me, right? One disagrees. Fair enough, but I'm not doing so healthy after that. 2. Now it just hurts my emotions. 3. How long have I been neglecting this stocked up area of pallets? I'll do my future self a favor and get them all correctly oriented. But it might not be enough. I'm surprised it took so long for employees to notice me. I don't know what happened here, but little man just gave up. Not an ideal position to put myself in, but these employees don't seem intelligent enough to argue otherwise. Oh! Ah! Did it work? It worked! Panicking is never the right course of action unless you can rely on your frantic movements to bamboozle the hostilities into fleeing out of their own confusion. 1. I don't even want to try jumping right now. One small mistake, or if Roblox decides,
Yes, the W key is definitely being pressed.
and I'll be dead. Just dead. Watch me take this pallet. Watch me do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Snack time. An entire meal of spaghetti and a bun sausage. Washed down with a cola. A healthy body is a healthy mind. Quite the spectacular view, no? We'll get there soon enough.
1.
At this point, I thought another 2 trips were needed, and although I could have risked it for the chockey by making the simple walk up the ramp, I want it to feel satisfying. It's important to gather ourselves, to have a clear mind, for our consciences to find resolution. Granted, now was not the most ideal time to be roaming the aisles, but the sooner the better. And to efficiently get away, we'll have to resort to some quick thinking parkour. What? How? As long as a foggy day isn't up next, I'll be fine. What did I just say? It's a regular day. Great. Well, tiny woman, it's been nothing but neglect. It's only until I felt that something was yet to be resolved that you finally returned to the storyline. Although having played no significance whatsoever, you're free to go and roam free. Perhaps now I'll be gifted mercy in my next judgment. There's also Legs Roach to conclude, I think? Yeah. But he deserves it for being such a monstrosity to even be near. Now Lemons. Who would forget about them? Especially after the immense amount of agony one goes through after ingesting so many, let alone just one in a single sitting. Now doesn't this feel right being more secure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Now look at this. After just under 10 hours of this challenge, 2 disgusting deaths and a heap load of spiraling misery, it was here, waiting for us to come by. 100 grams of Rokia milk chocolate. It's ours, in my inventory, with the potential of, although a measly 5 health, a huge 85 points of energy. I wanted to save it for a special occasion, but I don't think I'll achieve anything better in the remaining amount of gameplay. Because unfortunately, I've ultimately decided that I'm just not fueled enough in real life to continue. Having been awake for around 17 hours since the 4 to 5 average hours of sleep I've only been able to rely on, it's important that I do try to maintain my own well-being despite the want to entertain others as long as possible. As we're now approaching 10 hours, I believe that I've achieved what most are not able to in a regular session of this game. At the time of this recording, it was 36 minutes past midnight on the 13th of December 2021. Due to this Piggy series, I had to direct my available amounts of efforts towards it. Fortunately, with Book 1 completely animated and myself declaring that I've put Book 2 on pause to venture out on to try other things, I think my audience can enjoy my exhausts of other types of content too now. Doing something for too long can put a strain on both myself as an individual making an entire series and the attention span of viewers. Do you feel the anxiety? No, do it again. I just needed a better run-up, that's all. Day 50. A Tuesday. If it was a day sooner, perhaps I could have snatched another chockey. but it's nothing to worry about. And we still have at least a fragment of sanity left. Overall, this game has been a blessing and a place of solace. SCP-3008 teaches us a lot depending on how you ultimately experience the game. You can go about innocently progressing, constantly expanding on what you're familiar with, or you can sit back, relax, and observe the environment you're in, peacefully reflecting on what you've achieved thus far, knowing that each ongoing step of the way brings enough satisfaction and encouragement for you to comfortably take a break now and then. By being alone, I've subtracted the social aspect of the game. A key attraction for many, but an importance I've learned to value. For many, comparing ourselves to others and acting upon how we process it can define the character we shape out to be. Whether it's griefing, hoping to discourage others from enjoying what you've chosen to neglect, if not are jealous of, comfort, a sense that although all of this will disappear when everyone is gone, you know that for a temporary amount of time someone else may be thankful that they had crossed paths with it, giving you a warm sense of compassion. Or perhaps you just want to feel at ease knowing that a game can distract you from the troubles we all often have to face in our own reality. 1. Floating house? That's no longer a mystery. It's as if there was never any doubt to be had in the first place. 2. Finally, a good use to these nearby pallets. 3. 4. Remember Murphy and the heavy box that began it all? A frick. The door was a more appropriate option anyway. What? The reason for this revisit is, as you've already figured out, a blood night. I'm comfortable being between a solid structure rather than chancing it on a spiraling ramp. And now back to it. 5, 6, 7. Are you familiar with the 2015 movie The Visit? The self-proclaimed rapper, also under a self-given name T Diamond, made the movie completely unbearable to watch whilst he was on screen. Fortunately, there was one redeeming scene where a poopy diaper was smudged into his face. Look at Legs Roach over here, undoubtedly a fan of T Diamond. It seems like you have a problem with chairs, don't you? With one little fix? Perfect. Walking around like you own the place? Nah, you built like the place. Endless rolls. Bold my greasy oven stove shining brighter than a diamond. Psych! Diamonds don't shine and neither do you. Walmart security guards pull you over for speeding in the crisps aisle. Log out and never come back. Bye, Legs Roach. It was an unbearable experience. Struggle all you like, you're staying in there. In the before time when you were hoping for piggy content, I was formulating my next set of videos. As you remained wondering if I'd ever return, eventually forgetting about me, I was planning notes for years ahead. While we both suffered from my inactivity, I did what I could to ensure a future for my efforts. That took an unnecessary amount of effort. Now that I'm placing my puzzle pieces down one after another, you still have yet to even start your desires. Instead, you watch. So tell me, when will you act? How can you replenish if you haven't even done anything yet? Is this cruel? Apparently yes, but only to me. Get off, you frick- Oi, oi, oi! Don't make me start counting the bodies being stacked. I'll do it. 1. That never gets old. It's always been so satisfying to see them be flung off into the distance. And now this is just embarrassing. She brought a friend back with her. Given how late I reacted, I must have been writing notes at the time. But when has 2 ever been a problem? Skill issue? Not me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a little carried away. 5. And with the night shortly ending, it's perhaps time I wrap up this first attempt at my 100 days challenge. Not without a final goodbye to my efforts. Unfortunately, no restock. Some might argue that this is a terrible series with a boring structure. I disagree. Without this attempt, I had no previous experience of just one long session of gameplay above 4 hours. Just as there's room to make an animated series of Piggy Book 2, I imagine I'll tackle this again someday as well. To that I have to say, look not at what you've achieved, but the hill you now stand on. Do not fuel yourself with ego. Fuel yourself with the passion to continue to surprise even yourself, and maybe you'll find yourself on not just a hill, but a mountain. I may have only conquered a hill through this attempt, but I am nonetheless proud to have reached this far. I'd love to try this challenge again sometime. Very soon actually, since it's been over a year now since I recorded and even played this version of the game. I imagine it will feel nice feeling cozy in a warm bed, relaxed to the storytelling I intend to deliver. Until then, I'm FUDZ, or FUDZim. Roblox, although telling me that they have whitelisted my usernames on the platform years ago now, still apparently gets censored sometimes. I suppose that's just there by popular community opinion and ass moderation system. Despite that, Roblox is my home, and where I can now rest this character at ease until the next time I attempt this endeavor. In all seriousness, I didn't go into this challenge with any thought. I had started at 2:30 in the afternoon thinking that I could continue it into an all-nighter. I was a fool! But with all that being said, farewell until the next time, hopefully very soon. See ya!